Okay, friends, this is like, as I said, it is 50 years on counting, the self-knowledge. And for the last 5 to 6 classes that we have been listening, we are dealing with that idea that you, for yourself, an inescapable existence. You cannot ever forget yourself because you are, whether you like it or not, accept it or not, recognize it or not, an inseparable part of the existence. It's not because I say so, it's not because the scripture says so, not because the gurus say so. They say like that because you are an inseparable part of the total existence, and in every experience of your life, you are the constant. That word experience has been so much misunderstood, it must be seen very clearly. The word experience in English is really sort of misleading because, just to repeat that little example, now you are listening to me, you are experiencing listening to me. How? You are experiencing with your ear, listening to the sounds that I produce. Listen carefully. Seeing this flower, you are experiencing seeing this flower, the color of it, the smell of it. So you are experiencing listening with your ears, which is an experience. You are also experiencing seeing, which is also an experience. You are experiencing touching the flower, which is also an experience. You are experiencing tasting the petal, which is also an experience. You are experiencing the smell of the flower, which is also an experience. So now you can see there are 5 different experiences: hearing, seeing, touching, tasting, and smelling. But all these 5 experiences you are experiencing. In case the sound stops, you go deaf, other 4 experiences will continue and you shall continue to experience. In case the touch sense goes away, your skin is leprosy, your touch sense goes away, your taste sense goes away, your smell sense goes away. But experiencing, not seeing, not hearing, not touching, not tasting shall continue. So just see that word. So experiencing at 2 different levels now. One is at the gross level, sensing, sensation. Sensing, perceiving. These are all gross level. True to the perception, a thought will take place. The sound of the words, the touch of something you touched, the taste of something you tasted, smell of something you smelt, all these have become thought impressions, and you are experiencing those impressions also. You are experiencing the gross universe, the gross perception, the gross sense organs. When they cease to exist, you become deaf, dumb, blind. Impressions cannot go away. And when these impressions are also you are experiencing, the impressions are the impressions of experiences through your sense organs, one level. But experiencing the experiences at the gross level and experiencing the thoughts at the subtle level is always there, even when the thoughts disappear. You are still experiencing. Please remove that. Don't be conscious. I bring in that word. You are inseparable part of that experience. So that is why don't say ever, our Swamiji, blasted these things many times. Because people always say, I have the knowledge, but I don't have the experience. That's the worst garbage that can circulate anywhere. No, sir. You have the experience. No, sir. You don't have the experience. You are the experience. Yourself, anubhava swarupa. That is why that word anubhava. Bhava bhavami. I am, aham asmi, sada bhami, I am always there. Anubhava means paschat bhavami. Like Ramo gacchati, Rama goes, Lakshmana anugacchati, paschat. First you are, then only sensation comes. Because of a sensation you are there, or because you are there, therefore you are experiencing a sensation. Because of a perception you exist, or because you are existing, therefore there is a perception. Because of a thought you are existing, or because you are there, therefore there is a thought. Your being who you are, consciousness, is independent of perception, sensation, impression. Even the I thought, a name is not needed for you to be always there. So, the child, think of your childhood days. A child, long before the experiences are named for him, is already experiencing. If he doesn't know eyes are seeing, is he not experiencing seeing? If he doesn't know the ears are hearing, does he not experience the hearing as well as the thoughts? So this is something always there. That is why, friend, this subject is so easy. Rajavidya, the royal knowledge. Rajaguhyam, the king among the secret. Come back to the last. Susukham kartum, very easy to get. Pavitram idam uttamam pratyaksha avagamyam dharmyam susukham kartum. Hey Arjuna, very easy to get. Do you know why? Suppose you go to a physics class now. Think it's a physics class. I'm the physics professor. I'll ask, have you brought your book? Mathematics, have you brought your book? History, have you brought your book? Right, self-knowledge, have you brought your book? What book? You are the book. The subject that is talked about, are you getting that point? The subject that is talked about is your body. Please come here without your body. The subject that is talked about is your sense organs. Come without it. The subject that is talked about is sensations. Come without it. The subject that is talked about your impressions, your thought universe. Come without it. Leave your memories and come. And friends, the ultimate joke, leave consciousness, that by which you are experiencing everything. Those experiences can cease to exist, but that by which you are experiencing, you can never ever leave behind. It cannot be left behind, already there. So this is a peculiar subject and the most beautiful grandeur of it, of this, oh boy, this universal wisdom, where the book and the laboratory are together. Science is a book, it is a classroom, laboratory for explanation, for experimentation. Here, if the book is here, the mind, mobile laboratory is there. Whatever I say, you don't have to experiment in your home unless you are an idiot. Not that you are an idiot, unless the guru is dumb. With that itself, engage you in different types of activity. Why do the people engage everybody in different types of trips? Hold your nose, stand on your tail, dig a hole, look for the rainbow color hitting your spinal column. All that type of stuff that you hear. What is that you are talking about? Are you talking about myself or you are talking about my experiences? What is more important? Ask yourself, friends, what is more important? What you have or who you are? Your whole life goes complaining, being frustrated. Nobody loves me for who I am. They only love my youth, they love my money. What about you? You too love yourself, not for who you are. You don't know who you are. Same thing for your name, for your form, for your beauty, for your ugliness, for your power, for your position, for your belief, for your achievement. What is more important, who you are or what you achieve? Think, friends, because it has been dinned into our head. Without that facade of achievement, facade of riches, all these different types of veils and covers and the dresses of many kinds, the person feels naked in life. So everybody has to cling on their visiting card. Mr. So-and-so, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, up to Z. You can put, no problem. Or this is the fanciest dress, this is the fanciest car. You can have. What is your address? I shall tell you something, friends. Very interesting. I read it, I typed it out. Because it is so well written, I didn't want to, Mahadeva, just to speak and leave behind few words. Because it's very well written in English. Just think, what is your address? Where do you live? We do not live in bungalows, duplexes, or flats. We live in our minds. Yes, that is our permanent residence. That's his language. We shall work on it. Yes, that is our permanent residence. And there are no constraints of square feet there. It's a vast space with unlimited area. And you know what? No matter how well organized your rooms, your balconies, your garages, verandas are, life is good only when things are sorted out in your mind. You can have the 5-star, 7-star, all-star houses. You can have the most exclusive residential block. You can have the hilltop right in the middle of the ocean, solitary island. But none of these things, this solitude shall be absolute pain and disaster if your head is spinning all the time. Listen carefully, friend. And that is where, in that mind, that is the house inside where you are living, that is where we keep things messy. Make it a very letter capital M, E, S, S, Y. Beautiful word. We keep everything messy. Regrets piling up in one corner. Expectations stuffed in a closet. Secrets under the carpet. Worries littered everywhere. Comparisons spilt in the table. Complexes leaking from an old bottle, grudges stinking in a box. You can make more list. Choice is yours. Because you have beautiful list, don't worry. Hidden from the world, not hidden from you, friends. Be aware. For this real home of yours, not the fancy 5-star, 7-star, Palm Beach of what is that country? Dubai, $5 billion household, $60 billion, the biggest residential block of the world, the tycoon is living in. Inside house is very important, friends. Be aware, for this real home of yours, you can't outsource housekeeping. Can you please pick up and clean up my mind and go? Some people do that for gurus. Some people have got coaches. Some people say, my husband, my wife. No. Somebody can walk with you, nobody can walk for you. Somebody can eat with you, nobody can eat for you. Somebody can live with you, nobody can live for you. Somebody can sleep with you, but somebody cannot sleep for you. You have to do it. Understand, friends? You have to do it. You got to do it yourself. And what is that place you are permanently living in, friends? You are not living in the one universe. Yesterday I wrote down the line very beautifully, sir. Ask yourself, are you living inside, sometimes going outside, or you are living outside, sometime going inside? Living like a beggar. moving in the highway of life, begging to the sense objects, sense organs, other people, tired, baked by the sunshine, frozen by the winter, sometimes blossoming in the spring breeze, tired, you go back to your room. Some people tired inside, always outside. You understand the humanity's marvelous movement? Tired inside, little dropping outside. Most people are that, totally extrovert. Their mind will not make them comfortable. Ask them to close their eyes for 2 seconds, there will be atomic explosion. There shall be convulsions of volcanic, the biggest volcanic eruption. Why? Can't keep the eyes closed. So people go for meditation. Best meditation is sleep. Park your body car in the meditation hall and pay for that parking and go. As the idiot who came, that's the idiot you go back. Beautiful meditation. Think, friends. You live inside. Tired, go out. Permanently tired. So permanently escaping into the outside world. Outside world does not mean, because this body is a house. Inside that you are troubled. And this body is inside this house. So if some people hang around this house, that is more important. Some people cannot even, there also they are tired. Stand near the windows and look. In the door and look. Anybody coming, anybody right? Why do people look at the cell phone all the time? Who is coming, calling me outside? Am I wanted? Am I not wanted? Absolute sickness. But you want to go out because you can't stay there inside. Understand, friends? That is your home. If that is your home, what should you do? Think of it. What should you do? You don't have to do anything. It is absolutely easy to be with yourself in your own residence. You understand that point very, very clearly. I deliberately wrote it down because so that I didn't want to miss it. So, the expectation is the person who wrote it down naturally says, you must rearrange your house. So, everybody says, yes, yes, yes. So, this is the writing of a person, a very experienced person. There is no wisdom in that. Do you know why? Because he still asks for you. Look for it. Organize it. You have to do it. So the onus is on you, therefore again frustrated. The onus is on us to earn money, to build a house, get married, must get babies, this type of designer babies, this type of designer houses, all that nonsense. And same thing, you have to do it now inside also. No, the wisdom, that is as Upanishads come. That arrangement is already made. Just wake up. So the teacher is not the one who puts a series of conditions, 7 steps to happiness, 14 circular movements to the absolute joy. Nonsense. Absolute infinity is unconditional. Please, can you draw a house without space in it? Please draw the picture of a house without space. The moment you put the line, it is in space. Can you say a word without the silence? Remove the silence from the word and talk. Think, friends. Remove the experience, the consciousness out of all your experiences. You can't. Arrangement is already done. That is why the Upanishad will show Yad vai tat sukrutam raso vaishah rasagam evayam labdhvanandi bhavati. Sukrutam. The universe is already well done. You can't improve upon it. Just understand the arrangement. Just understand the arrangement. Here is a flower. There is space. There is a flower. Here is a body. Friends, think friends, without your physical body, can you start experiencing the universe? Why people are afraid to die? The whole universe will be left behind, but I will not be there to enjoy it. Frustration. You don't understand. The whole universe can be there. If the body is not there, there is nothing to be experienced. Objects of experiences are there, but who is the experiencer? A human body has to be there. Understand how precious you are. And this physical body is there, in whose presence it is experienced. Now, this body, think, eyes must be there. How do you experience seeing without the eyes? Therefore what you say? Power, cursed life, born blind, born deaf, born handicapped. Yes, lucky you are, right? Everything is there. And once you see, how do you enjoy life? Object is there, eyes see, the color hits you, fragrance hits you, the taste hits you. How do you experience? Just being with a flower garden and you can't smell, can't hear, can't taste, will you enjoy? What are you enjoying? The universe or the sensations? Ask yourself, what are you enjoying? That is why artificial sensations are also good, like artificial intelligence. Real intelligence, people are not interested. Artificial intelligence, AI. Are you getting that point? Very interesting. Like the childhood, I see that in our village. Sometimes there is street prayers will come from some small people. They'll bring a small rat. It will go over the stick. We children who will be running around. Then his baby will start barking like a dog. Then everybody laughing and clapping and clapping. And then throw 1 paisa, those days 1 paisa, 1 anna, that type of thing. They'll be throwing it. The real dog will be barking there, nobody looks at it. The real dog is barking. How much money you will give? You are enjoying the barking, so I thought I'll bring a dog. Shut up! Why there's a noise? Artificial intelligence? Man is shouting there. Man is shouting like a dog. Oh, so cute, so cute. 5 rupees, 10 rupees, great imitation artist. We must be dumbest of people. You understand the friends? Please, think of it. The eyes are there to experience it. We enjoy sensations, not the object. You marry, no sensation, no boy, no girl. You have the food you are not supposed to eat. Will you get that food? Will you get married? You will have a friend. Listen carefully. Beautiful music, you can't listen. Prohibition. And there are religions also. Listening to music is bad, touching is bad, tasting is bad, smelling is bad. What are you doing? Then why don't you bury? So when the child is born, then bury them, because they are not supposed to see, hear, taste, or smell. So bury them. You cannot escape sensation, friends. And this thought is there. Once that thought is there, that thought must be known. Unconscious experiencing you don't enjoy. Beautiful music is going on, but in your mind, tomorrow morning you have to pay back that loan of 10,000 or 100,000 rupees. Money, 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 money. Suddenly the whole audience erupts with a huge clapping and thunderous clap. With a beautiful ending of a lovely drama or the movie or the music. You hear, oh, what happened? Oh, it come to an end. Because you are distracted through. How many times you have done that, friends? Your man is talking to you, you are somewhere. Your woman is talking to you, you are somewhere. Your children are playing, you are somewhere. Your friends are talking somewhere. How many times? You have brought the TV, you have put on the nice movie, your mind is somewhere. How many times you have enjoyed it as it is? Unconscious behavior of humanity. What are they doing? Or do you think people will be killing each other like in Russia now doing? the Second World War, the First World War, the human beings will never ever learn. What is important? A piece of land? Brothers kill each other, sisters kill each other, friends kill each other, countries, people kill each other. Why? Everybody wants to be exclusive. I have something which you don't have. Why do you want to be exclusive? That's another trouble with this, our world. Not today, every time, exclusive. Why can't it be, I am happy, you are happy, everybody is happy? Yes, then happily you see something which I can't see, you hear something which I can't hear, you do something which I cannot do, but together we can do everything. You can produce vegetable, somebody can cut it, somebody can cook it, somebody can light the fire, somebody can bring the water, somebody can cut the leaves and put it, somebody can invite everybody, somebody knows how to place the plates. Everybody enjoy. No, I'm the one. Are you getting that point, friends? Even your physical body. How many people enjoy the whole physical body? Some are ear-focused, eye-specific, touch-specific, taste-specific, only eating. So stomach, right? Either stomach-specific. Some are music-specific, totally obsessed with it. And what do we call? So 1 million people follow, oh, that is the biggest musician. Really, friends? So everybody asks, how many followers are there? Twitter, that Twitter is going through hell now. It doesn't matter, I'm least interested in that stuff, sir. You think of yourself. People look at the following. Only one person follows me. That means I'm useless. Huh? The thousands are following him. Therefore it's great. Okay, ask him, sir. Ask anybody. When you see there are 1 million followers and therefore you are telling them they are all great people, listen carefully. Can you tell me, the other day I asked somebody and the person is yet to answer me. I just didn't want to talk. I said, tell me, sir, who has the greatest number of followers in this world? Greatest number of followers. Your head will be working for Twitter. What is that nonsense? The other one, YouTube or iTube and all that stuff. Tube light. Who has the greatest number of followers? Straight answer. Ignorance has got more followers than anything else in the universe. You say this man, they are listening, hundreds and thousands of people are listening to him. If you say number of people following in Twitter, this Facebook, stomach book or whatever book you have got, they are the great people, or even some movie people, some porno stars or anything for that matter, millions of people are following him. Tell me, sir, how many addicts are there in the universe? Drug addicts, food addicts, sensation addicts, money addicts, let's not talk about it. 8 billion people will be there, right? So shall I therefore say, what they are addicted to is a wise man? 4 million people follow somebody, 10 million people follow somebody. So who is that person or the thing that is followed? Can you say it as the embodiment of wisdom? In wisdom, following is not accepted, not encouraged. In wisdom, you be the wise. There is no following wise man. That is why in Upanishads, when you go, friends, amazing. The father sends the son to the teacher and says, go there, go to the guru, go to the teacher, get the Brahma Jnana come. Asmin, our kule, in our dynasty, in our generations, in our family tree, Brahma with bhavati. The person is a knower of Brahman, is one with the reality. Brahma bandhuna bhavati. He doesn't become a friend of a knower. Which one you want? Friend of a rich man or rich man? You want to friend of a powerful person or you want to be powerful? Friends, everything is already there in us, all of us. So it is not to be surprised that that person is followed. No. The teacher is one who doesn't makes you his follower, who makes you independent. And that is what is beautiful. That's the beauty of this knowledge, where there is no dependence created, no dependence on a God, no dependence on a faith, no dependence on a perception, no dependence on sensation. Why do we hate the drug pushers? Because they make you drug dependent. How come you are not hating the professors in the university? Because they are making money dependent, achievement dependent. Why don't you hate the religious people? Because they are making you specific practice dependent. Suddenly you discover the whole world will go through convulsion. If you start thinking like that, ask yourself, you have met so many people in life. Have they made you money dependent, drug dependent, food dependent, sensation dependent, perception dependent, recognition dependent, or they are making you absolutely independent? You are great. Why? Because I am the greatness. Am I the only one? Everybody is same thing. Are you happy? Yes. Why? I am the happiness. Not the Harvard School of Philosophy where they are giving the philosophy, happiness talk. Happiness course, I was told, some 15 to 30,000 students, some 3-4 years have passed through it. Good for them. But what will they get? They go back. The course, other day somebody sent me. 14 pages, 14 clauses. If you fulfill this, you are a happy man. You don't have to put 14 conditions for bondage. One condition is enough. Why 14, 13 wasting time? Any one condition, if you are dependent upon a single thing for your happiness also, you are out. Whether you are dependent on one thing or a million things, you are a dependent, you are a slave of an object. Do you come here to be a slave of a master? Slave of a study? Slave of a philosophy? Slave of a habit? No. That part has ended. When you have started life, you are dependent. You have to depend on your mother or your father for growing up. Physical growth we need dependence. We can't grow by ourselves. We cannot. Listen. While growing up, perception, sense organ dependent, object dependent. Sensation, sense organ dependent, object dependent. Memory is sense perception dependent, thought dependent. To be conscious of those things, you like it or not, you cannot see without being conscious. You came to class? Yes. I hope you brought your consciousness, no? Do I have to ask that nonsense? Ask. Is there anybody comes here? You can come away here and you cannot bring your house, your fancy cars, or your poverty or your prosperity, your sickness or your disease. You understand? You may not carry out any of your material things you cannot bring. Your body you have to bring, no choice. And when listening, you can close your eyes. Forget your body and listen. You are listening to the sound, but your focus is on what the words reveal. So what the words reveal? Creating new thoughts for you. Don't be a thought-oriented man. Then you shall be what? Bharasya vahanatu chandanasya. You shall be like a donkey who carries the load of sandalwood with the fattest and the biggest nose, never enjoys the fragrance of sandalwood. You carry the load of information. Where is the fragrance in your own living? Don't ever challenge others. Challenge yourself. Because that thoughts may not be there. But in every thought, which is an experience, impression of an experience is experienced by you, Chetana, Chaitanya, consciousness. Always there. You cannot escape it. Therefore, friends, please see for yourself. This is the knowledge. Every moment you are with it. So these teachers do not engage you to be dependent on certain things. You come to the teacher to be independent, to be free. When you come there, they help you to fly to freedom, not cut your wings. Don't do this, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this, do this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Lucky in the Upanishadic tradition that doesn't there. It talks about something which is universal. Absolutely universal. Atmagyan, self-knowledge. You must know yourself, who you are. We are least interested in what you have. You have riches? Come in. You have not riches? Get back. That's a waste of a place. A person which comes for wisdom doesn't have to come with his riches and for his all these different types of certificates from other people. It's a good boy, bad boy, don't worry about it. Like what is his name? Kabir Das so nicely says, Jaat na puchiye sadhu ki. Puch lijiye gyan. Mol karo talwar ki, pada rehne do man. When you go to a wise man, Jaat na puchiye sadhu. Don't ask him his antecedents. What caste you are? What is your education? Young or old? Did you make money or you are just a dumb bomb hanging around in the street like a beggar? No, don't ask any of this question. You have gone for the wisdom. Oh, I cannot study with Krishna. Why? Because he was jumping from tree to tree, dancing with this fellow, dancing with that one, hanging around with the dogs and the cows. How does it matter? Am I interested in his wisdom or where he was bathing or with whom he is playing? What's my problem? When you go to a doctor for a cure, suppose somebody tells him that fellow plays table tennis and you say table tennis is a bad game. This fellow is playing table tennis. I don't want the doctor. Who will die? You are the doctor. What do you want? Why people understand? Why people follow whom they want to follow? Listen carefully. Why people follow whom they want to follow? Because whoever satisfies what they are looking for, they shall follow him. I have got the most precious diamond in the street, the most exclusive shop. Who will come there? With 2 rupees fellow? 200,000 people? I have the paintings which are $500 million. Whom shall I expect in the palace? The thing? Oh, then he can say, oh, that is why I have the supreme most knowledge. Who can afford? Don't extend their stupid logic. Diamonds people may or may not afford. Infinity everybody can afford because they are infinity, immortal, absolute. There is no such discrepancy. There is no such discrimination, no apartheid there, no touchability, untouchability. No qualification, Nishid can prevent. Even to that extent you can go. No qualification needed. Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes down in Vivek Chudamani, Ayam Atma Nitya Siddha Pramane Sati Bhasate Na Desham na Kalam na Suddhimba Apekshate. Jewels people miss. They stick to that. You should hold your nose, don't do this, do this, the do's and don'ts. This practice, that practice. Ayam Atma, yourself, Nitya Siddha, eternally accomplished, eternally reached. Can you leave the space and come here? Can you leave the time and come here? Think, friends. Always there. You can't paint without the space in it. You can't paint a human being without the time. You cannot paint. Old age you can paint. Passage of time. In that painting, time is reflected. You cannot paint time. Are you getting that point, please? You cannot experience something without being conscious, without being a part of it. Nobody can ever escape. That is Ayam Atma, you, Nitya Siddha, eternally accomplished, ever inseparable from every moment of your experiences and sensations and living. Pramane Sati Bhasate. We have already seen that just by Pramana, the person, the teacher who knows how to reveal, boom, it comes. It doesn't produce it. Suppose you have to go to Himalayas, it's a headache. Himalaya is there, you are here, you have to travel all the distance. Please tell me, very simple, sir. To be on the earth, where should you go? To be in London, you have to travel. To be in Himalayas, you have to travel. To be in North Pole, South Pole, you have to travel. To be on the earth, where should you go? To be in the universe, where should you go? To reach a point in universe, break your head. To reach a point in space, you have to break your head. Because there is a depends on the distance between where you are and where you want to go. Whereas to be in space, to reach space, where should you go? Outer space? Outer space is different from this space. What is that outer space, inner space nonsense? Think. That brings me to a wonderful thing. This morning I saw, Abba, I don't know how many of you get up in the early morning and look to the sky. Half the people, they never see the sunrise, sun sees them rising. And after they come rising also, the head is perpetually down. They get frustrated. Mujari, head is loaded down. No friend. This morning was a super sight. The Jupiter and the Venus almost on each other. The other day I sent you the photo of the four things all on the line. It was beautiful. My photo was really wonderful because I saw one photo in the Google from one Italian has put that clumsy looking. My photo was so beautiful, moon and all the four planets, a straight line, fantastic. Those of you who have seen it. So today when I saw, because now the moon has gone, every moment it is changing the universe. And today the moon, I'm not the moon, that boy, what is his name? Venus. The Venus and the Jupiter, almost on each other. I have taken a photo, not even a centimeter distance. It's a celestial distance, okay? Listen friends. Eyes, think of it, it's a beautiful point. Eyes look at the Jupiter and the, what is that boy, the other one? Venus. Just 1 inch distance, almost on each other. But you know, what is the distance there? Billions of miles. Eyes, listen, eyes can see the two celestial objects, stars or planets. And the distance is enormous space. Eyes can't see the time. Listen carefully. It triggered a fantastic thought in my head, I am sharing with you. Eyes can't see the time. You close your eyes. The moment you close your eyes, you don't have the moon, stars, all these fellows, hitting you up, or the trees, oceans and deserts, and all this is not there. Memories. That's a different type of space. If this is gross space, akasha, that is chidakasha, conscious space. Listen carefully. In that you have got thoughts. That thoughts, how do you see? Chakshusha chakshu. If these eyes see the object outside, the eye of the eyes, chakshusha chakshu, sotrasya srotram, manaso manoyate, eye of the eye, ear of the ear, that yourself, in whose presence you see the memories. Listen carefully. And the memories, suppose, sitting now, one memory, childhood. You are just 5-year-old, hanging around in your village somewhere. The next thought is, you are now 70-year-old in another place. Between the thought, what is the distance? In space of consciousness, what is the distance in space? Nothing. What is the distance in time? Enormous. When you close your eyes, you are with the time. Childhood, youth, old age, time. Your eyes will not see time. In your thought, it takes you back to your childhood. Time present, time past, time future. You can project into 1,000,000 years. You can project back into that. Listen carefully, thoughts. And it happens in timeless expanse. The distance in space happens in distanceless space. Space is everywhere, ubiquitous, all-pervasive. How many of us even think that? Think of it, friend. How many of us think of that? Space means my space in my head, right? That empty space. Stupid. Now, jokes apart, friends. Have you ever gone beyond your house space? Don't sleep with my bed. No, this is my space, this is my pillow. Oh God. I'm sitting down here. Why are you sitting down? Fighting for a... Oof. Anyway, Mahadeva. The moment you look inside, the thoughts, you are seeing the distance in time. Childhood, old age. 1,000 years back, what would have happened? You are doing a carbon dating system. This was 30 million years back, this dinosaur was 40 million years back, or this is how it will happen. You can project into that. In all these moments, what happens, friends? You are in a timeless presence, consciousness, yourself. Just like within the space outside, everything shall keep continuously changing, good for us. Such a kaleidoscopic, marvelously moving away every moment of life. What a fantastically changing universe. And the best part of it is, in and through the changing universe, I am the changeless reality. Am I the only changeless reality? Everybody else is also changeless. All-inclusive wisdom. How nice. And who can have it? Have it? Who is it? You are it. You can't escape. But we are now lost with what we see. Did you see the sunrise? No. An idiot you are. Just because I didn't have an experience, I am an idiot. You know, I went to Himalayan top. Then the other fellow will come in. I went to Alps. Then he says, I went to Amazon. Then some fellow wants to be superior, say, I went to the edge of the space. What are you wasting your time for? Your exclusiveness will never last. Learn to be all-inclusive. Your exclusiveness will never last. Try to be exclusive, you shall not need other people to bum you out, to bump you out of that place. You shall be bumped out. Have you seen one person who is always number one in tennis? Poor thing, Boris Becker, boom Becker, right? I'm not laughing at it. He's a fantastic boy. We saw him playing. Yesterday he was jailed for 2.5 years. It can happen. Any time certain things can change. Not because you want it, but because others can't be comfortable with you, so that they want to destroy you, so that they can get up, right? Most people are great by proving other people small. The sickness of the world. Try. Why do you want to put on something which is better than the other person's? I want to have a watch which is better than other person's. I want to have a dress which is better than other person's. I want to have a house which is better than other person's. I want a husband or wife which is better than other people. I want to have a dog which is... Everybody looks for exclusive. Why? That is the insecurity. Because by myself I am such an idiot. If I get an exclusive, so that is my mark on my body, that I am very special. Because I have the ornament, one type. Have you not seen this movie, so-called movie, not stars, movie meteors? Because movie there are no stars, there are meteors. Who finish? Gone, who cares? The other day I was reading that lady, what was his name? Elizabeth Taylor. She loved ornament. When she died, $140 million. That ornaments were, what happened? Auctioned off for $140 million. It was auctioned off. Where was she? Will she enjoy that $140 million? Elizabeth Taylor's ornament, therefore some people will, oh, she put it on. She put it on, therefore it is so good. Or your mother put it on, gave it to you, it is good. And even if mother did not also have any ornament, does it matter? Mother is mother. No, friends, understand. What you have is an object of experience. Who you are is continuously experiencing it. What you have is a thought. What you have is a perception. What you have is a sensation. But who you are. If you hold on to what you have, you shall be punishable only by death. Why? You are usurping. You are forcibly occupying. things which are not yours. You shall be pushed out. Body is not yours. You say you are the body. The time will take it. The creation, all the 5 elements, space, air, fire, water, earth, which has gone in the formation of the body, while continuously protecting you, continuously consuming you. So when the body disintegrates, what happens? Space goes to space, air to air, fire to fire, water to earth. I say, my, which part of the elements are yours? Oh, nowadays I am forgetting now everything. Dementia. Spell the word dementia. Can't, because I don't remember. Right. Think of it. How frustrated we have become. Holding on to something which is not yours, you shall be punishable by death. Maidattana pradayebhyaha yo bhungte stena evasaha. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, whatever I have given Arjuna, without offering me, if the person is eating it, stena evasaha is a thief, Tirudan. Why? A pickpocket knows the end of the month, new month begins, you are coming with your pay packet, and here his hands are swifter, his knife also is swifter. Cut it and takes it and goes away. When he is spending it, will he remember Mr. Raman's money? Thank you, Mr. Raman, for giving me this. Will he say? No. He just steals it. He doesn't remember anybody. He has got a so-called good time, bad time, is dead, finish. While moving through life, what is that you brought? That in Hindi they say, "Ko kya laya tha jo kho diya." What is that you brought it, that you lost it? Everything belongs here. And naturally it has to be left here. And if you say it is yours, it will be forcibly taken away. If you say it is you, who is reveling in it for some time, when it is gone, you are grateful. Thank you for giving for some time. Now take it back. Now suppose I borrowed your cycle for some time. I had a nice time. Then I am such an idiot, I got lost that I should return to you. But when you come back, if I say, oh sorry, I didn't remember it. Now please, it's yours, take it. You are happy, I am happy. We borrowed this. It was given to us. When the body was given to you, did they take your permission? Do you want this body? Were you there? When your body was born, you were not there to give your permission to receive it. When the body will be taken away, your permission is not needed. You are a self-important person, imposing self-importance, which is useless. That is mine. Nothing is yours. If, this morning again I wrote another beautiful thing, if this flower has a voice, if the sights have a voice, touches have a voice, tastes have a voice, if the universe has a voice, what will they say? This fool came here, never enjoyed us as we are. The eyes have the voice, they shall say, I was misused. The ears have a voice, ears, I was misused. The stomach will say, they tortured me. The liver will say, they destroyed me. The lungs will say, they really killed me. The heart, they made me overwork. The brain, they never used. Every organ will complain if they have a voice, because this stupid man, the person is totally ignorant about himself, never used it all to make himself better. Never try to understand the whole thing. You pick up certain ideas. It's forgotten in time. Like the body goes in time. Thoughts forgotten in time. Your interest in things also go in time. Same dog, you change it. Same wife, you change it. Same husband, you change it. What is happening to the world? You change the house, change the spouse, change the money, change the car, change the citizenship, change the faith, change everything except yourself. Why? Not because the man has a choice, but because the people who are the mind merchants, those who have taken over the responsibility of giving the mind some vision, some idea, some understanding, they have completely condemned him to the things that they have. Nobody introduces you to who you are. Even in religions, most religions, forget these Upanishads are amazing. I don't want to brush them in the same painting, but most religions, they are making you very important because you are the follower of that religion. 1 billion people are following, therefore that religion is good. So ignorance is the best religion because that has got maximum number of followers in the universe. Worship ignorance, continue. And be proud. I am the follower of ignorance. Whatever you say, friends, you shall suffer. So, the idea. When all these things you are taught, now please close your eyes. When all these things we learn from our Upanishads, as I told you, 50 years on learning, I've been teaching, sharing these thoughts. Go to the essence of it. Just be, see it very clearly. Don't say that word. Oh, I have heard, I have got the experience, I have got the informations, but I don't have the experience. Don't say that. Then you have not understood anything. Because experiences, understand that word, anubhava, experiences already there. A child, even though he is not knowing that he is knowing, he is experiencing the knowing. Just see the subtle difference between knowing and perceiving. Eyes see, eyes do not know. Ears hear, ears don't know. These are mechanisms. The tongue tastes, the tongue doesn't know. These perceptions, sensations are experiences. Understand? That's not knowing. The thoughts are memories. Listen carefully. These thoughts cannot be object of your sight. Eyes cannot see your thought. Ears cannot hear your thought. Tongue cannot taste your thought. Nose cannot smell your thought. The nose can see the forms, colors. The ears can hear the sounds or the silence. Yourself, the consciousness, is not an object in the gross world. Asabdam, asparsham, arupam, arasam, agandham. It's not a sound to be heard. Ears are of no use. It's not a touch to be touched. Skin is of no use. It's not a taste to be tasted. The tongue is of no use. It's not a smell to be smelt. Ears are, your nose is of no use. So therefore don't condemn these sense organs. They cannot do what you are expecting them to do. You want to see the reality outside. What can these sense organs do? They shall be laughing at you if they have a voice to say. He says, fools, don't use us for things which you cannot do. You want to take a cycle and you want to fly in space by the cycle. What the cycle can do? It will be grounded all the time. You want to go space? Use a spacecraft. You want to know? Just close your eyes. Avrutya chakshu amrutatvam icchanna. You are desirous of knowing himself, the person closed his eyes. Closing the eyes is not some type of a funny, fancy, mysterious practice, because that will give you the intimations into the realm of knowledge, consciousness. As a child, we have been seeing, and the world is so alluring. Because most of the people, they live outside, and therefore they don't want to go inside. Some people are in the thought world, inside means thought world, and they are tired of it, they go outside. Yourself, the consciousness, neither inside nor outside. You perceive outside, you are conscious. Thinking inside, you are conscious. Always there. So when these thoughts are there, thoughts are known. It's a knowing principle. Eyes, seeing principle. Ears, hearing, listening principle, if you can want to name it that way. The tongue is tasting principle. The nose, smelling principle. The eyes, seeing principle. None of them can use for the impressions, your thoughts. You have to know, aware. There has to be a knowing principle under the eye of the eye, chakshusha chakshuhu, srotrasya srotram, eye of the eye, ear of the ear, tongue of the tongue, nose of the nose. Manaso manayo, the thought of the thought. You don't have to dismiss, friend. The world can dismiss itself. Perceptions are continuously dancing away. Sense organs are continuously aging. Your thoughts are also continuously moving away. Consciousness by itself, always there, whether you like it or not, want it or not. In and through every perception, every sensation, every thought, it is there. You can choose to be with your thought. You can choose to be with your body. You can choose to be the sensation. When you choose, you are a master. When you have no choice, you are bound, enslaved. The world doesn't enslave you. The sensations do not enslave you. Not knowing yourself, you are enslaving yourself. Or somebody gives you wrong ideas and you are a victim of it. That is why this knowledge, absolute wisdom, meant for every man, every woman, every person in this universe. Know yourself. When that war ceases to happen inside you, when the battle is no more raged within you, if there is peace, reigns supreme in yourself, the whole universe shall be peaceful. When the battle cry is no more heard inside, there is absolute serene stillness in and out. There is nothing other than it. You can't escape it because that is yourself. Be the consciousness. When I don't speak, no word is there. You have nothing to listen. I can stop my sound. You can stop listening, but you can't stop being conscious. Or I can stop being conscious. I'm conscious, speaking. You are conscious, listening. Speaking, listening, this transaction can stop, change. But being conscious remains the same at all times, all places, all conditions. Ahamasmi sada bhami. I am there all times, all places, all conditions. Thank you, friends. And this class is not confined to this half an hour, 1 hour. It continues for the rest of life, always, all times. Thank you, friends.